All right, welcome to practice today. We are going to do some chair movements. So find yourself a chair that you can sit in fairly comfortably. And today we're going to be working on practicing our movements so that we can maintain flexibility and build our muscles and work on our breath. So that's a lot of things all wrapped up into one short little chair workout, but I know that you can do this. So let's start out and find our breath. So I'd like you to, if you can, just maybe scoot up a little bit to the front of your chair and allow your knees to come down below your hips so that you can find a neutral spine. If you can't, that's okay. Just do your best to get comfortable. And we're gonna start with breathing. So when you breathe in, notice that maybe your chest moves or maybe your belly moves. And the goal of this breathing exercise that we're doing is to bring that breath into the belly. So as you're sitting here comfortably in your neutral spine, every inhale, I want you to think about your belly expanding and trying to move that hand on your belly out a little bit. And then on your exhale, feeling that hand moving back as your belly button moves closer to your spine. So let's practice this. Go ahead at your own pace. Do your best to keep the hand on your chest still as the hand on your belly moves. You can feel your belly expanding as you breathe in, contracting as you breathe out. You may feel your rib cage expanding as well. And take it nice and slow. So inhale, maybe to a count of 4 or 5. Try and see what the longest count is that you can make your inhale last. And then try to match it with your exhale. So I'm at about a 4 today. So when I inhale, I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when I exhale, I'm pressing with that belly button back toward my spine. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to move back to my inhale. So really just taking a moment to breathe. And for me, that really helps me come into my body and center myself, not only before yoga, but at any time of the day. So the next thing we're going to do is a little work on our shoulders. Your shoulders and your hips are the largest joints in your body, and you want to initiate your movements from these places. So we want to work hard to keep them strong. So we're going to start with our hands on our thighs and roll those shoulders forward. Continuing to maintain that breath in your belly. Just take it at whatever pace you can and make a few circles forward. Let's do one more, and then we're going to go the other way. So now we're rolling backwards. We're staying nice and relaxed. We're keeping that breath in the belly. We're keeping our spine as neutral as we can. Okay, now the next one is another little bit of work on the shoulders here. We're going to do some shoulder lifts. So be where you are at today. And what I mean by that is don't do anything that might cause you strain or injure you based on the condition of your shoulders. So shoulder lifts, you might be here. Really feeling your shoulder blades moving, pressing down when you go down, inhaling up and exhaling down. If you are feeling a little more advanced here, you can raise your arms up and reach. Again, moving with your breath. Inhaling to reach up, exhaling to come on down. And just push down ever so slightly so you can see here's my neutral, here's my down. So we're just going to do a few of these just to get those shoulders nice and loose. On your next exhale, go ahead and bring your arms back down. Put a smile on your face because you've just done some really nice shoulder work. And now we're going to take a seated twist, and then we'll move into some hip work. So this is going to be really, really small. And again, I want you to be very conscientious of what your body's telling you. So if you ever encounter a spot where it's like, ow, that's starting to hurt, maybe you're going too far, go ahead and stop where you're at and back out of the pose a little bit. That's okay. It's really about meeting you where you're at. So we're going to take a nice inhale, and then we're going to exhale, and we're going to start to twist to the right. So I want you to start by twisting in your lumbar spine, which is about the bottom of your rib cage down to your hips. Then add in your thoracic spine, and then allow your neck to come along for the ride. All the while inhaling and exhaling, breathing in your belly, feeling a nice massage in your internal organs as you do this gentle twist. Exhale, come on back to the center very slowly, starting with that lumbar spine, adding the thoracic and then the head. So let's go ahead and do the other side. Find your breath. On an exhale, let's reach to the left. So we're twisting in that lumbar spine, then we're adding the thoracic, and then the head comes along for the ride. So your spine is still very much in a neutral position, just giving it this slight twist, massaging those internal organs, stretching those muscles, breathing in the belly. On your next exhale, let's come back to center. So we're going to start with our lumbar, then add the thoracic, and then the head comes last. So at this point in time, I'm going to give you a choice. If you'd like to stop, you can. Otherwise, we're going to come to standing, and we'll do just a couple of hip movements. So we'll start by standing up. Just take any free movements that you need here to find your neutral spine. And let's maybe do a couple of hip releasers. So just swaying back and forth, feeling those hips move side to side. And then we're going to go ahead and work on our hips. So we're going to hinge at the hips when we do a half forward fold. So I'm going to stand sideways so you can better see me here. You're standing here in a neutral spine. You can see my spine has its natural curves in it, and I'm just standing here comfortably. My feet are about hip width apart, and I'm going to start hinging forward from my hips. This is on an exhale, allowing my spine to remain in neutral as I fold forward. And we're only going to go to about a flat back or as far as we can. So if you can make it to here, which is your standard textbook half forward fold, then awesome. That's right where our goal is to be. If you are here and you've only forward folded about a half an inch, great. I'm really proud of you for just being here and doing the work. So I'll stop about right here as I'm modeling the pose for you. Breathing in that belly. And noticing that your spine and your back are still relaxed, your legs are relaxed, your knees are just ever so softly bent, they're not locked. and we're hinging at our hips. If you're feeling really strong and really advanced from your half forward fold, you can go ahead and go down to a full forward fold. Otherwise, I want you to remain in the half forward fold. So if you're in a full forward fold, your hands are reaching toward the floor. They may be on your thighs, they may be on your calves, they may be on your ankles or your floor. Your knees may be more bent, they may be more straight. The main thing is that your back and your spine are nice and loose, hanging like a rag doll. If you're in a full forward fold, on your next exhale, let's come up to our half forward fold and meet everyone else who's in the half forward fold right now. On your next exhale, let's come on back up to mountain pose. So here in mountain pose, we're standing, we're feeling supported. Our spine is no longer loose like a string of pearls when we were in our full forward fold. Now it's strong and stable, like a pyramid, holding us up, holding our body. You may think, well, we're just standing. It's not that big of a deal, but it really is a very beneficial yoga pose. You are working on your neutral spine here. Maybe even take a little point at your heart center and raise it up a little bit. Smiling, feeling the support through your feet. You can have your arms at your sides, or you can put them in namaste. And breathe. And really, when you breathe in, I want you to think about adding energy and life into your body, breathing in that healthy oxygen. And when you exhale, really think about all the way from the top of your head down to the soles of your feet, pressing any additional tension or stress that you may be carrying all the way out through your feet, and just let it dissipate into the earth. So that was about a 15-minute practice, and I hope that you found it to be beneficial. Just a nice little break in your day to help keep some movement going in your large joints, building strength and maintaining flexibility in your muscles and your joints. I thank you very much for joining me today. Namaste.